NBC Universal Local's nationwide pet adoption campaign, Clear the Shelters, is back for its 12th year. And this time, longtime partner Hill's Pet Nutrition is stepping up as its first ever presenting sponsor. With many shelters at or near capacity, the campaign is more important than ever. So joining us now with advice for new adopters and ways to get involved is animal rescuer and best-selling author Hannah Shaw. Hey, Hannah, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Who do you have there with you?
This is my foster kitten. His name is Esteban, and he is about 2.5 weeks old.
Oh my goodness, adorable. Well, maybe you could start by telling us about the 2026 Clear the Shelters campaign and why its mission comes at such a critical time for shelters.
Absolutely. Clear the Shelters is the nation's largest adoption campaign. It is really an effort to get as many animals into loving homes as possible. Sadly, we do have an overcapacity crisis in many of our nation's shelters. Last year, we saw about 5.8 million cats and dogs entering shelters and more animals entering than leaving. So I'm teaming up with Hill's Pet Nutrition, the presenting sponsor for Clear the Shelters, and we're really asking people throughout the month of August, if you've been considering adoption, help us make this month a record month for adoptions.
Yeah. Right. So what advice would you give to someone who may be on the fence about adopting a new pet?
Sure. Adoption is a big deal. And so I think a lot of people kind of wait and hesitate. What I would say is this is a great month to go out there and at least check out what's going on at your local shelter. Have an open mind. Go in there and explore. You might be surprised by who you bond with, who you connect with. And, the shelter staff is there to help you find the right match for your lifestyle and for your family. And don't worry that you have to be perfectly prepared. Truly, animals do not need you to be perfect. They just need you to have an open heart, and you can learn. There's never been a better time to get involved, and the rest will come with time.
Yeah. I know that when we brought our cats home, it was a big transition in our house. Maybe you have some top do's and don'ts for new pet parents to ensure that smooth transition.
Yeah, the biggest thing is to remember that when you bring an animal into your home, everything is new for them. New smells, new sights, new sounds. And so we don't want to overwhelm them. We want to really be patient. And my best advice is to have a home base for them. So you start them out in one room, maybe a bathroom, maybe a guest room, an area where they have access to their food, their supplies, things that feel comfortable for them. And then slowly you can branch them out from there. And don't worry that you're alone in this process either. The shelter staff is there for you. The veterinarian is there for you. There's a lot that you can learn, and you don't have to do it alone.
Yeah, everybody's supporting that.
That's right.
For sure. So how can people get involved with Clear the Shelters?
Sure, you can help by adopting. If you or someone has been thinking about adopting, this month there are adoption promotions happening, adoption events happening all across the country through Clear the Shelters. So great time to get out and adopt. But even if you can't adopt, you can foster. Esteban here is not my adopted cat. He's my foster kitten. He just needs a couple of weeks of time before he's ready for adoption age. So fostering is a low commitment way of helping out. And you can volunteer. There's so many different ways you can help. But one of the things that's great this month is if you do adopt, Hills is providing these great adoption kits at select shelters all across the country. So you can go to hillscleartheshelters.com to find participating shelters and hopefully get out there and find a new friend.
That's it. What's that website again? hillscleartheshelters.com?
That's it.
Awesome. Hannah, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you and your time today, and for hanging out with Esteban, too, as well. Thank you.
I love him, a little white on the end of his tail.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.